to the 5, 4, 3, 2, touchdown.
Welcome back to All Things Football, where you get your daily dose of pig skin. It is your host, Coach ATF, here with you one more time. Just wanted to get back to you guys because we got some big games coming up this weekend. But before we get into that, if you haven't seen my last video, it will be in the upper right-hand corner. It's all about Jalen Hurts and his journey to Norman, Oklahoma to team up with Lincoln Riley. So let's get into it. This weekend is the conference playoff rounds for the NFL playoffs. Last round before the Super Bowl, so this is something you guys are going to want to see. I've got some predictions for you guys, but I would also, after this video, like to hear what you have to say in the comments. So let's get into it. First up, we do have the Saints and the Rams. This is a very special round of the playoffs because all four teams have played one another, or I should say the Saints have played the Rams and the Patriots have also played the Chiefs this past season. So we had some interesting bits of information from both of those games to kind of predict what's going to happen this weekend. With the Saints and the Rams, it was a very close game early on in the season. Saints handing the Rams their first loss of the year. And that matchup had a lot to do with their ability to run the ball via Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, but it also had a lot to do with Drew Brees being able to find Michael Thomas on several different occasions. What I mean by this is Michael Thomas had an excellent game. I believe he's a rising star. He's going to be one of the best receivers in the league for years to come. They fully exploited Marcus Peters and his injury earlier in the season. He did not look like himself in this game, I will say. With that, I will transition to the Rams. This is a huge game for Marcus Peters, but also Aqib Talib. This is probably one of the best 1-2 combinations in a defensive backfield that we will see across the NFL. These two guys are elite Pro Bowl talents. Aqib Talib is playing out of his mind. I'm so happy he had a resurgence after his whole folly in Denver. And they're both playing very well. So this will all hinge on their ability to shut down Michael Thomas and make the Saints rely on someone else. I'm expecting Ted Ginn Jr. to kind of have to step up this game and kind of show that he still has that speed that makes him so dangerous. I'm also expecting Alvin Kamara to have a big game, catching balls out of the backfield. This will be huge for them. Try to get him to mismatch on some of those linebackers. And speaking of linebackers, the Saints linebackers are going to have a huge game as well. They've got quite a load to stop coming out of the Los Angeles Rams backfield. Todd Gurley and also an unexpected resurgence of C.J. Anderson, who again, like I said, is looking like a bowling ball out there, running people over, showing bursts of speed, getting through holes. It's going to be a huge challenge for them. This backfield combined for over 200 yards last week, so I'm expecting a huge game out of them. Overall, I think it's going to be a very close game again. I'm expecting the Rams to come out with an upset. I know it's a big prediction to have, especially betting against Drew Brees at home, but this run game is looking absolutely amazing. I also am not sure if the Rams are able to take away Michael Thomas, how they're going to be able to, get the ball deep. I mean, I know they're going to have to have Ted Ginn step up, but that's a tough ask. And also, I'm sure they'll game plan for those two running backs they got coming out of the New Orleans backfield. Now, moving on to the Patriots Chiefs. I think this is going to be another very interesting matchup, one that we've seen again earlier in the season. We got some good predictors from that last game. I actually rewatched it last night. So let's get into it. The Chiefs' key is being able to, number one, spring Tyreek Hill. That has been their key all year. Get Travis Kelce free, and also establish a running game. I know that's a lot to ask against a Bill Belichick defense, but I think it's something they're very capable of if they're able to diversify some of their formations and some of their play calls. So earlier in the year when these two teams played, the Chiefs did have Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is a game breaker. He is someone that can change the whole landscape of a game. This time around, they don't have them, but I still expect the Chiefs to try to establish that run game so they can get that play action going. And if they don't establish a run game, they'll try to scream the heck out of the Patriots defense. That's kind of been part of their MO. So I think I'll expect Patrick Mahomes not to get so flustered in the first half. He's kind of been in this situation before. Also, they're playing at Arrowhead. That gives them a bit of an advantage going into the game. I need the Chiefs defense to also step up and play like they did last week. Chris Jones, young talent in the middle. If he can get some pressure on Tom Brady, he can step up in the pocket, but moving laterally isn't necessarily his go-to. So if they can get some pressure up the middle, stop him from stepping up in the pocket, it's going to be a tough game for him, or at least tougher than it would be. But moving on to Tom Brady and the Patriots, I think a key for them is to exploit the man defense that the Chiefs played against them the last time. That's kind of how they got some of their guys free. Julian Edelman had a huge game. I think James White coming out of the backfield, he's a nightmare matchup for linebackers. And, of course, establishing a running game with Sonny Michel. Sonny Michel has showed up, especially last week. James Devlin, fullback coming out of the backfield, blocking. He's a wrecking ball. And also Gronk. He may not be able to move like Travis Kelce, but he's probably the best blocking tight end in the league. He's built like a tackle. So that's nice to have like an extra body on the field. The Patriots defense is going to have to step up this time. The defensive backfield, the McCourty twins back there, they're going to have to stick to Tyreek Hill like glue. I know it's hard. He's very fast, very nimble. Short, small area quickness is off the charts, so they're going to have to keep a hold of him. The mismatches that Travis Kelce creates, Hightower is going to have to play a heck of a game if he's going to be covering Travis Kelce. Watching the game last night, they did a lot of great things, showing blitz, having Hightower step up a couple steps towards the line of scrimmage and dropping out into coverage. Once Patrick Mahomes' eyes saw blitz, he was looking for hot throws over the middle to Travis Kelce. That actually led to a Hightower pick in their last matchup. So if the Patriots are going to stick with this high-flying Chiefs offense, they're going to need to kind of muddy the waters for Patrick Mahomes. Going forward in this one, it's hard, so hard to bet against that Chiefs offense, but I think the savvy vets in New England get it done this time. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to hear that. The Patriots, everybody's sick of them, seeing them go to the Super Bowl, but I think this will shock a lot of people. So, again, I've got the Rams over the Saints, and I've got the Patriots over the Chiefs. Let me know what you think the outcomes are going to be. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Again, smash that like button. Please subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and I will be back with you shortly. Yeah, and like I said, it's going to be a fun weekend. Keep grinding, baby. See ya.